Is your 6.7 liter Powerstroke leaking oil? Stick around to find out all the tips and tricks that I have learned over the years about how to permanently fix your oil leak. So what is going on YouTube? We are back again today with another video. Welcome, and if you are new here to the channel, my name is Mason. I'm a senior master tech with Ford. I work at a Ford dealership. So I've actually done some other videos about these 6.7 upper pans and front covers, why they leak, where they leak, how to fix them, all that stuff. So go check those out. In this video, we are not going to dive into super specific about the problem. What we're going to do today is I'm going to give you 3 tips and tricks, or I guess they're all really just tricks or tips, or just 3 things that you should do if you have an oil leak to permanently fix your 6.7 from leaking oil. So our first tip, and this is something that I've recently started doing. I never thought about it before, and I might even actually get some backlash for telling you guys this, but I can attest that it does work. It's the exact same pan. If you are paying for your upper pan reseal out of pocket and Ford's not paying for it, buy a 2011 model pan. The difference between a 2011 and a 2013, when I say 13 there because 12 was a split year, so you had 11, early 12, and late 12. The late 12 pans changed from a press-in gasket to silicone. So from late build 12 all the way up to the 2021 model, which we just changed back to a regular press gasket, have been silicone. I don't like silicone. It's messy, you gotta clean it. You don't really ever know if it actually sticks or what it stuck to. There's absolutely no telling. I don't like silicone. I like rubber press-in gaskets. They seal much better. The 2011 pan is absolutely identical other than that gasket. Every single thing will work just the same. It'll look the same. Everything will be the same. The only difference is it'll have a gasket and not silicone. So if you're paying for it out of your pocket, make sure whoever's doing it, just tell them, order you in a 2011 pan. It's like a $300 or $400 pan. Update the pan with the gasket and you will have way less oil leak problems. The reason I say customer pay versus warranty, if you take your vehicle in and it is under warranty, Ford is not going to pay to put a 2011 pan in a 2018 model. They're just not going to do it. They're only going to pay for silicone. Hence part of the reason that they went to silicone. The reason that they moved from the gasket, which worked great in 2011 and early 12, to silicone is cheaper. It's cheaper to produce. It's cheaper whenever it has to be serviced. I honestly don't think it was cheaper for them because we've done 10 million of them over the last 8-9 years because of the silicone. So make sure you're getting that 2011 upper pan installed on your 6.7. That is a huge upgrade, especially when it comes to oil leaks. All right, guys, our second tip for stopping upper pan leaks on 6.7s. Actually, this is going to be a big shout out to Powerstroke Tech Talk with A-Rod. I actually got this from him watching some of his videos. I've recently started doing this myself. It is to use the correct silicone. He has a lot of videos out about using the correct silicone on these diesel engines. I've recently watched some of his stuff and learned a lot from it about why you should use this particular silicone and not what Ford tells you to use. What Ford recommends, well, they don't recommend it. They tell you to put TA357. It is a Motorcraft silicone. It's really not Motorcraft. It's like a Loctite silicone with a Motorcraft wrapper on it. But anyway, this silicone, honestly, it sucks. It doesn't work. They put it on everything and everything freaking leaks. Fords leak oil. Brand new ones, they leak oil. Every single one of them leaks oil. Now, A-Rod over at Powerstroke Tech Talk, he says that's not the way you do it. He says to use TA31 silicone. That will make a big time improvement. This is the old silicone that was used for the 7.3s. We've been using it for 25 years, 30 years, and it's worked for a very long time. So I tend to agree with him that we used to use TA31 and we didn't have oil leaks that much. Now we use TA357 and we have all kind of oil leaks, so you need to use the correct silicone. TA31 is what you need. Please don't use TA357. So one other note about that silicone, you might be saying, well, you just told me to get the pan that has the freaking gasket in it. I shouldn't need silicone. Yes, you're still gonna need just a little bit of silicone, because you always wanna put silicone wherever more than 2 pieces of metal meet. Like for instance, where the front cover bolts up to the block. You also have the oil pan that seals here, so you have this kind of like T thing. So you want to have silicone on there so that you make sure that that mating surface of those 3 pieces of metal mates up and seals correctly. So you're still going to need just a little bit of silicone even if you go with a 2011 pan. All right guys, this is also something that I've learned here recently. So I made a video a while back talking about what you should check first whenever you have an oil leak on your 6.7. I told you guys to check your crankcase filter. I stand by that. Check your freaking crankcase filter before you try to go repair oil leaks, because chances are if you have a 17 to a 19 model, it's probably clogged. That being said, I have learned in the past 6 months to a year, I don't know when I learned it, but they actually updated the breather, the crankcase ventilation box. They updated it where the old one, the old style crankcase vent box, had bolts in the top, and you could remove that top cover, and there's a filter, a serviceable filter that you could change out. Usually you couldn't get more than about 40 to 50,000 miles out of one before it was clogged to the point that it was actually backing up crankcase pressure into your engine and causing oil leaks out of the upper pan and front cover. I went a lot more in depth back in that video a while back, so check that out if you want to get more info on it. What I've learned is that they actually updated that box to the new style. I've had some guys comment on some of my other videos, you know, asking me about could you swap out the old style box that had the filter with the new box that comes in like the late build 19s and the 20s, and the answer to that question is yes. If you went to your Ford dealer right now and purchased, not the filter, you purchased an entire crankcase ventilation system box, if you purchased that whole box, you would get the new updated design. So you guys that have the old style with the filter, make sure if you have oil leak problems and you're planning on replacing that filter, don't just buy the whole box, replace the whole box. The new one does not have a filter. It is a, I don't even know what you call it, but it doesn't have a filter. It's basically like layers of plastic where it separates the oil from the crankcase pressure and allows the pressure to escape from it. Make sure that you swap that out instead of replacing that filter. It might cost you a little more money now, but it's definitely going to save you some time and hassle down the road. Okay guys, that is my 3 tips and tricks to stop oil leaks permanently on your 6.7. I hope you guys enjoyed that content. If you did, make sure that you have went down there and tapped that like button for me. That really helps me out. Also, let me know down in the comments what some of your experiences have been with 6.7s and oil leaks. I know a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth about the 6.7 because of the oil leaks, but let me know some of your experiences. I always like interacting with you guys that watch my videos. But that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.